COVID-19 vaccines versus variants. There are lots of news articles talking about that and so much information. So I thought that would be interesting if I just do a review on that. And that's about today's video. If you are interested, please stick with me. And if you would like to receive more COVID-related content, don't forget to subscribe. So yeah, the biggest thing is the variant hasn't fundamentally changed. Yes, they mutate, but the general architecture, the general structure of the virus still pretty much the same. They have like either one or two mutations, but generally structure is the same. And because of that, the vaccines still are quite effective against the new variants. For example, in the South Africa variant, they have a study in Qatar. The Pfizer vaccine has 75% against the South Africa variant, 75% protection against the symptomatic COVID-19 for South Africa variants. So 75% is much lower than 95% is the original one, but still it's still amazingly high if you compare to flu vaccine. So that's one thing. Another, like India variants, they also did some small size study to see if the vaccines generating antibody can fight against the India variant. So far the results isn't that good. The antibodies couldn't really neutralize the India variants that much. But still, that's just the antibody. We don't know about T cell, B cell, memory T cell, memory B cells reaction. T cells can generate the things that and to directly destroy the cells that infected by the virus. So T cells and B cells are still components we don't know. We still need to really learn this from the real world data, so we couldn't say too much. As for the South Africa variants, again, in South Africa, Johnson & Johnson, which is one-shot vaccine, provide 85% protection against the hospitalization and the death of COVID-19, which in South Africa, you need to know 95% of cases were South Africa variant or B1351. Also, let's just look into Israel. Israel, which the UK variant, B1351 is a dominant strain. Its Pfizer vaccine provides 97% protection against the symptomatic COVID-19. This is the UK variant, which is very transmissible, but the Pfizer vaccine still can provide 97% protection, even higher than its original trial data. So that's crazily good. One thing that we observed so far is the same mutations, they keep popping up. So even like this variant generated in this country and another variant generated another country, they must, like those dominant variants, they usually come from like 2 or 3 series of mutations. So this is what we call convergent evolution, because of only by doing these kind of mutations, this virus can survive the most. So that's, at least on the one hand, is quite a good news for us, because so that's so far we know. But there definitely is a room, there's a possibility the virus can do something. The probability is very low and they can be very damaging. I'm not saying it won't happen, at least so far we haven't seen that, and most of mutations are in the certain possibility, in the certain search space, which means mutations are pretty similar. Okay, so we still need to be aware of if there are a larger amount of infections happening, like now they happen in India, there will be a chance that's basically the virus is playing evolutionary slot machine, and maybe it can get a jackpot, and they will be very, very dangerous for humans. That's what we don't want to see. That's why vaccination program need to be rolling out to all over the world, if no matter the country is poor or rich. Anyway, that's what we should do. To the vaccines that we have so far is still very effective. Even over time it will be less effective, but we still can have booster shot. That's very good way to fight against COVID-19, and scientists are even researching, even like developing the booster shot. They specifically for certain variant. There's certain concern for that. There's something called we call anti-genetic sin, which is like if you have immunity for certain variant, but there's another variant which is slightly different, but your immunity will react super strong to that variant, and that will cause large amount of harm to your body. We don't want to see that happen, but at least so far from the very early stage of study, it is not happening for those variant specific vaccine. So yeah, that's what we know so far. If you would like to receive more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you next time.